In this video, I want to talk about cloud computing and the major trends in cloud. And I'm here with Andrew Sutherland. You're the Senior Vice President for Cloud, EMEA for Oracle. Lots of exciting stuff happening in cloud. Maybe you can outline some of the key trends.
Some of the trends we
see
see absolutely across the entire region, indeed into Asia Pacific as well. I think there are some really identifiable trends, and I'm going to divide them into those that are perhaps more what we'd call the traditional IT area, and some trends there, but also maybe some more business level trends as well.
Yeah.
Now, within the IT space, of course, Oracle well known within that space, and we like to think that we understand a lot of our customers' needs there. I think there's a strong trend towards leveraging or using existing technologies and existing capabilities, not just throwing them away and breaking the china and doing everything from scratch. There's a real desire to make sure that if this workload can be moved to the cloud without too much effort, move it. If this one needs to stay on premises, let's let it stay on premises. If this one can be started in the cloud, let's start the cloud. So we're starting to think, I think the whole marketplace is starting to think and segment the workloads. The trend is to let's just think carefully about what we put where, when.
Yeah.
Okay. And that can come, let me give you an example of that. It might be that I have something like GD Edwards, for example, running on my premises, and all of my employees are using that. Now, one approach is to say, well, look, I don't want to use that anymore. I want intelligent business applications. So let's move to a full SaaS-based solution.
Yeah.
And that's super. And if you're ready to do that, do so. You will benefit enormously from that move. But maybe at this time I have other priorities. Maybe there's other things I'm doing with my euro or my dollar. But I actually want, for the medium term at least, to retain my GD Edwards capability. I love it. My staff use it. But my hardware contract's running out. I'm going to have to refresh and renew that, and I have to pay the electricity charges, and the aircon charges, and the data center lease charges. So maybe we could actually look to lifting and shifting an existing application, pretty much in its entirety, onto the cloud. Just re-platform it onto the cloud. Faster, better, cheaper. That's a real trend. That has been a trickle. And with the advent of OCI, Oracle's Cloud Infrastructure, that's turning into a river and a torrent of lifting and shifting. And better still, actually, Bernard, I think a trend that's already emerging is more than just lift and shift an application now onto the cloud. Once it's there, you go, okay, I'd always wanted to integrate that, I don't know, with my stock control system or website or whatever. Now I'm on the cloud, I don't need to think about buying integration solution from somewhere else or any hardware for it. I'm on the cloud. I've got integration right there, and I can spend my universal credits using that integration now. So we're seeing people not just lift and shift, but move and improve. And I'd say that's a major trend, is looking and examining at existing workloads, which ones can be moved and improved on the cloud. Now there's another trend which I can't resist commenting upon, and that's more in the business space, the line of business. So there's young middle managers of your generation, more than mine. And there's a lot of pressure on these managers, I mean, every company wants to transform. The CEOs are saying we need to do more with less, we need to make more money and spend less money. People on the front line are trying to, treat more patients with less space. They're trying to answer more customers' queries in less time. And it often falls on the middle manager to try and meet their targets, improve their KPIs. And a lot of the need for innovation actually falls on them. My job is looking after these trucks in Finland. How am I going to get more goods to these locations with fewer trucks? And they find out very quickly they need data. The tools of their trade are not the typewriter and the telephone. The tools of their trade are data. So why did we sell more on a Thursday? Did we sell more on a Thursday than we did on a Friday? If we could only get the same sales on Friday as we got on Thursday, or if these top countries could, if the bottom 12% of our countries could sell as much as the top 12% did, we'd blow our, all that sort of data query stuff. It can't be answered with Excel because it's going to come from multiple sources very often. You need to have multiple sources of data. You need to have it often large scale. And it's not always possible to have that provided by corporate IT systems. You're constantly changing your thoughts and your needs. There's a trend there. There's a trend for these line of business managers to use the cloud to provide them with these tool sets to help them make their decisions and get their insights. What they need, the reason this trend is really coming to the fore now, they can't afford to employ database administrators and data managers, but the autonomous database doesn't need them. So you get an autonomous database with analytics on top. You've got something which can be used in a line of business without having to invest in expensive IT skills. It's a tool which a line of business manager can use. Huge trend in seeing this take place. So these are the two biggest things. I think there's loads more we could talk about, but these are probably the two biggest ones.
For me, one of the major trends is the increasing intelligence of cloud.
Very good point.
So,
that's a good one. So yeah, you're right. Looking over the time scale, I'm talking about trends probably over the weeks and months. Absolutely, there's a steady uptick. In fact, there's talking at times, good one, Bernard. Over the longer term, steady increase in the intelligence. I'm always very careful to say, we're the only autonomous database. I always say the first, because I think it might take decades. Who knows? But by the time my grandchildren are wandering around, there's no question that not just databases, IT will be autonomous.
Yeah.
Of course it will be. So that's a steady trend. Another steady trend is just the demand. I think we're just at the start of the data-driven organization, where every decision is made based on data.
completely.
We're just starting there. There's a trend there. More and more companies are making more and more use of their data. The need for that is ratcheting up. If I'm going to be competitive, if I'm going to attract 20-year-olds to choose my mobile phone provider rather than somebody else's, I'm going to need data to do that. And that is a steady trend. And it results in a higher and higher demand for cloud. More and more people are saying, I just can't do this without adopting cloud. Steady trend.
Great. Fascinating.
Great stuff.
Thank you,
Indeed it
Andrew.
is. Thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.